I went up to the King's kitchenette with him. And we sat there at the Fort Market table and we had buckets of bacon. Piles of pork chop. Peanut butter, banana, mayonnaise sandwich.
Yes, sir. I love those.
Southern fried cat head biscuits.
Do you have any gravy?
Pass the gravy.
Sawmill gravy? Oh, yeah. Yummy.
And we had clean peaches right out of the can. Washed it down with a syrup. Glazed our bellies. Secrets beyond all reason. Anonymous medicine. Can you feel the problem?
I find in this sheet it's the best to layer. First you put this on, chicken foot and the goat hoof.
How many costumes do you put on at a time?
Let's see, tonight I'm gonna put on duck butt, Paco, Walter Bob Frost, Dr. Oblongata. I'll change into those costumes after I change out of the lizard suit under the parachute after the first few songs. If all goes. But, you know, that doesn't always happen.
I am beyond gimmicks! There are stories that say in the cantinas, the roadhouses, the bars, the ice houses, the taverns, the lounges, the inns, that on certain Saturday nights, when everything is aligned just properly and the howl hole is opened up and we are connected to the long gone yester yonder, many millennium ago, in the dirt at the very dawn of slime, when a race of voyaging, seed-breeding space cads blew into this bird. On a splendid vessel propelled by live music, these cacophonians had harnessed the mighty energy of live music and traversed the void with impunity to the mortal laws of gravity and infinity. Though Olympian indeed, these cacophonians had needs, food, sustenance. They needed music to propel their void vessel, and they needed meat for their belly. But something went drastically wrong with their void vessel, and it collided into this orb, spewed its contents, and bounced back up into space where it hangs now, a dead, lifeless orb. You call it the moon. But when it hit this orb, it ejected the magic juice, the water, and a great flood came upon the orb. And the only survivors were the cacophonian castaways and the great larva sac of an Anahuac. And from this larva sac was begat a race of cacophonians. And every millennium, Anahuac must come back to her larva sac, the very mud where she began and begun. And she must mate and procreate. And it is said that when these knolls are open and we are connected by the first light, the first fire of the long ago in the caves, when the first fire came, it was because of the friction and the lightning of the cacophonian moon void vessel entering our realms. And we had fire, the first hole in the night, the first warmth, the first fire. And everything was good and warm. Until one cacophonian maiden got too close to the fire with her skirt of Spanish moss, and it caught fire. We threw a pig on her to put her out, but when the pig caught fire too, we had the first barbecue. Virgin sacrifice and barbecue, good for me and good for you. Not so good for the girl in the skirt. Fire good, but fire hurt. And we are connected, and it is said that on certain Saturday nights a handsome stranger will enter the roadhouse, the canteen, and the bar, and he will begin to dance with the many women, and they will revel and they will dance to the music and they will have a wonderful time in the noble noise. And then at midnight everyone will look down and notice that the handsome stranger has one chicken foot and one goat hoof. It is said he is the fallen one, the fallen Waldo, cast from the sky, no longer able to fly. And the closest he can get to flying is to dance to the live music. Boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka, boogity 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 shoot. Boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka, boogity 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 shoot. Down is where we always really wanted to be. We always really wanted to be.
I wanted to be a baseball player. That was my dream. And there was an old umpire from the 20s named Beans Reardon. I heard him talking about it on the Game of the Week one day, and I thought that's a cool name, Beans. So I used it as my baseball name. When you got to have a nickname when you're on the ball field. Beans. Get it, Beans. Put your nose in it, Beans. and I kept it as a stage name to protect my family. Come on in. Come on in. This is Bowie the dog, as in many Bows, not David Bowie or Jim Bowie. My daughter named her with the little. She was a puppy. There's some more performance art. This is from 1998. I do a lot of stuff for Trout Fishing in America, T-shirts, a couple of their albums and their newsletters. And down here, this is my younger brother, Craig. This is a self-portrait when he was in chemotherapy for leukemia. You can see it says radioactive. And he's no longer with us. When I was an actor, I played Lenny Bruce. I've been naked on stage. 20 years ago. My living room. My daughters, Olivia and Emily. Represented by the Barbie heads. I got a little late start in being a parent. I was 40 years old when my first daughter was born. When I found out she was going to be born. My wife, I didn't have much of a job. I was a courier driver, a self-employed courier driver, and an artist and musician at night. And I just worked to pay my rent. I was self-employed. I didn't have insurance or any, future. And my wife has a career. She's a certified nurse specialist, and she has a career in insurance. And she said, "Well, why don't you just stop working? And otherwise, all I would make would pay for the child care, basically, and other people would raise our kids while I worked to just pay for that." So I stopped working, and when my first daughter was six weeks old, she handed it to me. "Okay, you keep this alive all day, and we'll see. We'll see how you do." 97 was a little more colorful. You know, these are my desk all month, and I just doodle on them while I sit there. And they're good girls. They're bright. They were born at home with midwives. That was quite an experience. My wife, being a nurse, didn't want to go to a hospital. She knew, being born is not a medical procedure. It's a natural, it can turn into one. But we're not far from here. And so it was quite an experience. Both my daughters were born at home. Popped right out into my hands. Pretty exciting. My daughter's school. I've done some little T-shirts for them. Yo Llama. That was my softball team, the Fernando Llamas. And that was our battle cry. Yo Llama. This is my studio out behind my house. This is the gag bucket. Come on in. Watch your step. My wife has an urban animal. She didn't particularly like the skating around or anything, but she liked the little outfits and going to the bars. Oh, we met in the show at Bly Spirits. One of my characters, Paco, he gets women out of the audience and has them slap him. Or at this point, he did. And we were at Bly Spirits, and I had those those little portable dome tents, like 2 people dome tent, the little camping thing. And so I had it set on the stage. It was my dressing room. Right. And I was inside of it on the stage in my wheelchair, waiting. But I had to get there a little early, before. So I'm just sitting in there. And I didn't think anybody would bug me in there because, people would come. I had a little closet that I would use at Bly Spirits, and people would come in and bug me. So I'll get my little tent. No one will bother me in here. So I'm sitting in this tent, my stuff on in this wheelchair, just sitting there. And all of a sudden, the tent flaps open, and this girl sticks her head in, and she goes, "What are you doing in here?" Well, anyway, she wanted me. It was her girlfriend's. She was there with her girlfriend, and it was her girlfriend's birthday, and she wanted me to mess with her girlfriend, have her girlfriend slap me around and stuff. She thought it'd be fun, and of course, then I watched her walk away. I didn't pick her friend, I picked her. Had her slap me around, and then we got married. We've been married for 13 years. Ever since. She's been slapping me around ever since.
You see the mighty mountains, your bones begin to sing. Walk upon the water until you're in too deep. Stare into the darkness, pretend to be asleep. Stumble on the pebbles, fall into the stones. See the mighty mountain roll your bitter bones, roll your bitter bones.
Guitar accordion. I'm still trying to make that. Crampy the dwarf, strapped to the wharf. Songs are streams to the lake of dreams. There's something in the water that makes me feel this way. Something in the sewers beneath the new freeway. Trouble in the realm, torture lies in fire. Madness set in motion, lust, greed, desire. These sanctuaries of sound upon kitchens of the Karanko. I ride my dreams, girls and boys, into the noble noise. Twitching in the kitchen and the bath the corridor. Step into the glow beyond the kitchen door. Buick moonmonger. Called the good fish hump by the devoted Karankoa in the clammy climes of these damp realms. If it's smaller than you are and it moves, eat it. Buick's fair she-daughter languished and lingered by the pool, connected as we are to the great she-gar, the livid and the quick, all pretending to be.
So give us what you owe us. We have no time for games. We'll set your hair on fire, drop you in the flames. You play the game, cast and blame. The ivory sings your name. You stand alone, slinging stones, ceremony of bone. You're free to win, you're free
free to gamble with your shoes. You're free to go, you're free to stay. Mark your territory with your spray. Oh, with your spray.
Yeah, we just celebrated our 15th year of the bipeds. That was a tough month, that one. The band I have now, I do performance art. I paint a painting while we play. It starts out just a blank canvas at the beginning. And I paint it all during the show, and then at the end of the night, I auction it off with all the money going to the Houston Food Bank.
Actual performance, we're going to auction it off. All money's going to the Houston Food Bank. I'm going to bid $100 because that's about, I make about that a minute up here. Praise Elvis. Where we at? 450? One time, two times. It's a good neighborhood. So, thank you very
Let's get your ultra uvula. No, you don't usually see the ultra uvula. It would behoove you. I like theater. I've done theater. I'm good at it, and I just like to bring that all the elements. I do everything I do. I stick in my band: the painting, the poetry, the costumes, the acting.
It don't matter where you're going, you've already been. It don't matter what you're riding, only that you're on. It don't matter what I tell you, no, it don't mean a thing.
Well, I keep my eyes closed. It's difficult. I don't know how to exactly explain. I put myself into a kind of a state, and I just go with where I go. I don't have any bounds. I do what I want to do and keep talking. Sometimes I stop. Sometimes I holler. Sometimes I fall over. Sometimes I look good. Sometimes I cover myself up completely and I hide in plain sight right before your eyes.
Roll your bitter balls. Roll your bitter balls. Roll your bitter balls. Roll your.
I put all the suits on at once, and then I would peel layer down layer. Each as I peeled off each costume, there would be another costume underneath, and I would be that character. And I would do the songs in character as these different kind of rock and roll icon things. The beat poet. Waldo Bob Frost. Spokesperson for an entire generation. The feet generation. He's a feetnik.
Let's get relevant. I'll do this when I'm being relevant. Blue meat, chicken mud, black bullets, infected blood, gray water, cloud, brains, cattle shudder in the range. Nothing feels like moving a century at a time. We dwell within the ugly dreaming, the sublime well. There's trouble in the rubble. We're deep in the peep. We've raced into the waste of the greedy, the chased. We're stealing in our juices. We're dining in our dung. These are better words, but we thusly sung. So busy with the doing, you never get it done. Turn it into water, turn it into paste. Turn it into sands we replace. Take the energy and tears we give and find everybody a place to live. Dig! Bongo bob, bongo bob, bongo bongo bob job, bongo bob, bongo bob, bongo bongo bob job, faster, faster, bongo bob, the bongo master, faster, bongo bob, dig!
Then the silly stuff, the bass accords with the big duck butt, and the Wanda June Mellon. She was a trumpet playing beauty queen. That's right. She didn't last long. Velasco Viles, the guy in the big lizard suit. And there's Pharaoh Face, the blind big cake carver, the blues guy. Paco, the love bubble of the Gulf Coast. He knows what women like. He stuffs his pants. I mean, it's enormous. It's the duck butt he uses, and he's very proud of it. Of course, he needs a building permit to get out of bed in the morning.
Ciao. Ciao, Beth. Good evening now. Welcome to my favorite side of the pole, the damp side. I'm the creature who prowls these realms. My name is Jean-Paul Baldaccio. My many women simply call me Paco. Paco Suave. I have known many women. I know what women like. Let's see it, all right? Let's see a show of hands of the many women in the room I've known. It was a Greyhound bus station, wasn't it? The TV chair. Oh, another quarter, Paco. I know what women like. They like to call me bastard and slap me. Call me bastard now. Bastard. I didn't believe it. Bastard. You know I'm a bastard. I have my own light, man. Call me bastard. Bastard.
And then this is Dr. Oblongata. He's a metaphysician. You've never met a physician such as him. Praise Elvis, and pay us the gravy.
Praise Elvis, and pay us the gravy. Kiddos, children, I am Dr. Tetra Rara Oblongata. Can I get a yes? Can I get a hell yes? Can I get 40 miles of intestines? 40 miles of intestines. Can I get my boogers smell like vinegar?
Sacred. Boogers are sacred.
Praise Elvis. As a much younger life form, the Oblongata family pulled into Houston, Texas, on Highway 75, the Gulf Freeway. Excuse me, the Chevron Freeway. We took a ride on Oast till we got to the Alamo Motel, nestled in the crotch of McGregor Park. And in the evenings, I would sit by the pool at the Alamo Motel, and I would pillow my pets in the pool, and I would ponder. I would ponder. Can I get a ponder? Can I get you insignificant pollywog farts? Thank you. Praise Elvis. Kiddos, can you feel that? Can you feel it twitching here in this room, this very room? As I sat there peeling my peds in the pool, pondering, suddenly I saw a big sound and I heard a big light. And from the very depths of the pool, a bunch of guitars began to rise before my very eyes. I tried to plug these guitars from the pool, but I could not. I tried to plug the guitar from the pool. I tried to plug Tried to pull the thing out of the water, but I couldn't do it. At that very moment, staying at the entire eastern wing of the Alamo Motel with the kitchenette, the king. Of course, he was still just the crown prince. This was 1956. He was on his tours, playing at the Shadow Club on Telephone Road. I said, hey. Could you come pluck my guitar from the pool? He went, what? I said, could you plug my guitar? What? I said, could you plug my guitar from the pool? He went, okay. And he reached down and he grasped the guitar and he plucked it from the pool. He plucked the guitar from the pool. And he removed this bandana from his body and he wiped his brow. He wiped his brow. He wiped his brow. And a miracle occurred. He rubbed his forehead with his shirt. You can't face the truth, can you? And a miracle occurred. Now you can face the truth. This is the truth. His image forever burned into this garment. And it is said that the possessor of this garment shall come to know secrets beyond all reason.
Beyond. Way beyond bowling.
I can turn seawater into gold, mold into medicine, seaweed into silk. I can teach penguins how to bowl. I could become the king of rock and roll.